Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here. It's Saturday evening, 26th of November, back now from the flying show, and so good to see so many of you there. There were sailors, there was farmers, there were walkers, and of course the flyers amongst you too. So thanks for coming along to see my talk. I hope it was of interest to you and kept you going and perhaps invigorated you in the workings of the weather. Now, let's take a look at what's going to happen over the next 10 to 14 days. We're getting quite a good picture of this now, and I must admit, I'm pretty pleased with how the forecasts have progressed over the last couple of days. Let's just look at detail. These are the mean 500 millibar flows for the next 10 to 14 day period. So this is running from next Saturday and closing out on Tuesday, the 6th? Yeah, Tuesday the 6th of December. And on the left hand side here we've got ECMWF, and on the right side here we've got the GFS model, and both of them now fall into line with each other. Look, this is a 500 millibar flow, don't forget. So basically what this is showing us is where the jet stream is across the Atlantic. The close together the lines here is where the stream is. So on this chart here it's running from about here all the way through to around here across Central Europe. Notice above normal heights to the south, below normal heights to the north. The effect of that is basically cold air up here, warm air down here, gets squeezed together, and that sends the jet stream straight through the British Isles. And you can see how both charts are very, very similar. This jet stream coming straight across the Atlantic, and a strong one at that. So what these are indicating are that conditions stay changeable during the next few days. However, notice that the source region for this air is here, look, off Newfoundland, and here too on the GFS off Newfoundland as well. So what that's saying is that the air above us actually will be quite cool, and it looks as if it's going to cool down at low levels too. So I think temperatures are going to be falling off. It's not going to be winter temperatures, but it's going to be cooler than it has been. It's going to be windy, and it's going to be changeable as well as we get through towards the end of next week. And I must say, there seems to be little sign of this westerly blast, little sign of it actually diminishing. Couple of interesting notes on these charts. One is the big ridge there, look, building off the western coast of the States. We need to watch the progression of that. Could hint at a change mid to late on in December, perhaps between the 15th and the 20th. We need to watch that, because that could indicate another changeover in conditions for us. But for now we need to think about it being unsettled, very windy at times, and really this could be making up for the lack of wind and rain that we've seen over the last couple of months. So this is how the North Atlantic oscillation forecast looks for the next few days. Let me just get the dates on there for you as well. And notice how it's in positive territory, look, all the way through. Still haven't got the dates there, have you? You have now. So in positive territory, look, all the way through, and that indicates that the westerly wind across the Atlantic is going to be pretty strong. It's this black line here that we're looking at. This is the mean of all the different runs of the ensemble model, and each of these coloured little lines here is a run of the ensemble model, and notice how most of them are in this positive territory. So it means that we can have fairly high confidence as this westerly changeable flow, it's what we call a zonal flow, continuing into the early middle part of December. So we can also look at the Arctic oscillation, and again this is a measure of the winds that surround the westerly winds that surround the Arctic Circle. When they're positive, it means that those winds are strong. So you can see here, look, that stays in positive territory too, confirming this westerly flow idea. Changeable, windy, wet at times, but it means that at least the weather will be interesting. It'll give us a little bit of everything. As far as temperatures go, well, this is how the chart looks for Birmingham for the temperatures, and this is pretty representative of the whole country. Look how they're kind of bouncing up and down. We do get some cool days, but looks as if it's going to be staying relatively mild until we get into early next week. Then the temperatures take a tumble, look, and you notice how they come off, and they gradually, steadily rise during the course of next week until we get there to the end, which is to the 4th of December. Now, don't take this as absolute gospel, because I think the temperatures probably by day will be running along here. It's these red temperatures we're looking at. They're the maximum temperatures, and I think really we're going to be running along that 8 degrees Celsius mark. So let's have a look quickly at day-by-day conditions, and that's the chart that I want to show you. These are the charts from Weather Online, and we'll run through them just quickly. That's this afternoon, and high pressure to the south, look, low pressure to the north. You there. Let's knock them on, and the times is shown up here in the top left hand corner. Basically all I've got to show you here is notice how changeable it stays. Yes, tomorrow, look, we get a ridge of high pressure building in, and that's good news for tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon could actually be a very, very pleasant day. One thing I've got to point out to you, let's go backwards, are these very strong winds, look, through Scotland during the course of tonight. They're gusts of up to 90 miles an hour across Scotland during tonight, but then tomorrow they fade quickly, ridge of high pressure built in, and we really do get some pleasant conditions for tomorrow afternoon. High pressure kind of hangs around a little bit, look, in towards Monday, but then as we get further on, look, there's low pressure to the north, and watch what happens as we go through the course of the week. Yep, low pressure is dominating, and look at this, front after front after front, these blue colours sweeping through the country. You can just see the jet stream there blowing through, can't you? Look, there we go, there's another one. The jet stream coming through here, look, and it just stays changeable right the way through until we get through to the middle part of December. Now, source region for this area is fairly cool, so this is why I'm saying about cool temperatures, but really just work on it being changeable weather, typical early winter weather. It's not going to freeze. There may be some snow over the Scottish mountains, perhaps even the hills of northern England and Wales at times, but we'll get bands of rain coming through, strong winds followed by perhaps 12 or 24 hours of fine weather before the next area of rain comes in. Now, this site's kept free of charge by the adverts you see around it. So if you see an advert that you like, do click on it. It takes you through the sponsor. It generates revenue for us and shows that the site is being used and that it's popular too. And don't forget, you can sign up for the Twitter feeds and also for the Facebook feeds as well. So thanks for watching. Keep the sun shining, and I hope that update is useful for you. Bye for now.